Hey everybody, I'm Jake. This is Fast Lane Classic Cars in St. Charles, Missouri. 15 minutes outside St. Louis to the west. And I apologize for the tight spacing today, but right now I am inside because outside it is in the teens. It is very, 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 very cold right now. So I'm gonna do the walk around for this car in here, but I'll pull it out and start it up obviously here in a second. But this is a 1947 Ford Deluxe Coupe in this beautiful blue color on the outside, and it is actually really, really nice. I'm excited about this one. Should do just fine outside today because it's got some modern upgrades. I'll get to those in a second. I'm gonna start on the front end though, up here. We have a full Heights front end, tubular control arms, sway bar, and power steering. This thing also has four-wheel Blvd disc brakes, and rather than whatever engine would have been in this car originally, this has a very nice 350 cubic inch GM crate motor, rated at 330 horsepower, backed up by a turbo 350 transmission with a 2000 stall converter and a Ford 9-inch rear end, which is very nice. Strange axles as well in the rear end, which is a beautiful upgrade. I like this blue exterior. Down here, we got American Rebel wheels. You can kind of see the Blvd caliper right behind there. Four-wheel disc brakes are really nice on a car like this because it's not the lightest thing in the world. These things are pretty heavy. The interior is in immaculate condition. You've got the gray cloth seats, gray carpet, nicely painted dash. You have the gray door cards that are also cloth, very soft and plush. One of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. Back seats also in great condition. The headliner is just fantastic. In here, you have odometer gauges up here in the dash. Looks like we got fuel, oil pressure, water temp, and voltage. And then this awesome speedometer over here. This thing is so art deco and cool looking and matching. You have the clock over here, looks just the same. And if you notice here, we do have vintage air conditioning. You have the polished AC housing in the engine bay, I'll show you in a second, but we have AC heat and a defroster now, which is very cool. We also have an upgraded radio down here that's wrapped in this really nice box that has the same gray cloth on it as the rest of the car. Looks very nice. You got a Panasonic head unit, AM, FM radio with a CD player. Very cool, and they added a vent down there for the AC. Really nice. Billet Specialties wheel, and the column does tilt. Very nice. It is a column shifted automatic, like you would expect in something like this. Got dual exhaust back here, awesome chrome bumpers. All the bright work on the car is very nice. The handles and everything. Back here in the trunk, also done very well. You got these nice, probably vinyl, might be leather, inserts on the side and the back here. You have a little battery tender, some floor mats, same carpet as the rest of the car. Again, very nice condition, very soft. Looks really nice back here, and there's your little plug-in for the battery tender. So you don't have to go doing that every single time you want to store this thing. Very nice. Trunk closes nice. I love this big piece of trim right here that says Ford on it. Wheels in the back are super dished compared to the ones in front. They fit a nice wide tire on there, and it makes the car look just awesome. Makes it look a little more menacing. Doors both open and close fantastic. You got crank windows. They're not mad at you. You just gotta crank them up and down. Pretty smooth crank windows too. Real very nice. I'm actually gonna put them up because again, it's freezing outside, so when I go drive this thing, I want to retain the heat inside the car. I'm going to start it up real quick, pull it outside, give it a quick walk around so you can actually see the paint and the sun, and I'm going to take this thing for a little spin. Alrighty, I'm inside the Ford. If you're wondering why I'm alone, Christopher is a very busy guy, so unfortunately I have to do this one by myself. Again, it's very cold. I'm just going to take this up the street and back, get it up to operating temp, look at all the gauges, see what's going on. Gotta give it a couple pumps here. Fires right up, very nice. Let me get this camera rolling. Let's see, we got 50 pounds of oil pressure on idle. It's actually going a little bit higher, which is great. Half a tank of gas. Good to know the fuel gauge works because it was at empty before I started it. Water temp, very cold. I have not started this yet today. And then you got voltage right here. Again, it's charging. Very good. I have this set to heat. I'm gonna have to wait for it to warm up, obviously, to get the benefits of that. But let me pull this outside real quick. Roll this down for now. I'll roll it back up when I go to leave. Nice tilty wheel. I'm gonna drive it like a bus driver, so it's kind of out of my way. completely cold. Just throw it in drive, take my foot off the brake. Didn't stall it or anything. Engine's idling smooth. Right after a cold start. That's really nice. I'll pull it around here to where the front of it's in the sun. Give this thing a quick walk around. Yeah, I'll park it here. Ooh, the four-wheel disc brakes feel nice. Alrighty. Ugh. Again, doors open and close nice. Sounds good from the back. Really good looking hot rod. I like this dark blue a lot. And I like the wheels on it. Really sets it off nicely. Mind the construction equipment over there. That's what's making all that banging noise. Ugh. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's get to driving this thing. Sounds really good with this dual exhaust. Not super loud, but it makes a really nice rumble. This seat is extremely comfortable too. This big cloth bench seat. That's one thing that they got completely right back in the 40s and 50s is comfort. They knew how to make stuff comfortable. And this cloth on a day like this where it's like 20 degrees, super warm. I really like that. I even like cloth in the summer though, because I've had cars with leather seats, black leather especially, where in the winter it's freezing cold, in the summer it's scalding hot. It's almost never comfortable. I like cloth. I think it's overlooked. Oh yeah. This thing's healthy. It sounds really good going up the hill. You just slow down for some road workers. Steering feels nice and tight. There's almost no play. Very direct. Must be that Heights front end with all the nice suspension parts on the front. Handles good around the roundabout. Nice kick down. Woo. Plenty of power. 330 horses. Enough for this car. More than enough. This isn't really something you're taking to the drag strip. It's for cruising around, taking to car shows. So far it seems perfect for that. Temperature's kind of coming up. Coolant temp that is, we're at 150. Oil pressure is still fantastic, right around 60 pounds. Cruising here. Speedo's working. Here, I'll show it. We're doing about, I don't know, 45. You can kind of see the gauges there all working. Up here in the dashboard, these little things are your ashtrays on either side of the speaker. I always thought that was pretty neat, because there's really nowhere to put them on the door card here. You have a little armrest, you have the door handle, and the window crank. They weren't using the doors for that back then, really. The clock does seem to be working because it has moved since I left. The minute hand, that is. There is no second hand, so I couldn't really tell just by sitting there looking at it for a couple seconds. There's Christopher right there, driving a Blazer. That's what he's doing right now. That's why I'm here alone. Let's see. Goes in a straight line, brakes in a straight line. Very nice. I like the confidence of having four-wheel Blvd disc brakes too on something like this. Not worried about drums. The ride is actually really nice too. Now again, the cushion in the seat is probably soaking up a a lot of the bumps along with the suspension, but kind of just floats along really nice. Not super droney either. Like I was saying, you could easily get this thing up on the highway doing 60 miles an hour. In fact, I'll probably get up to close to 60 here at the bean test. All right, here's the stop sign. I'm gonna stand on the brakes a little bit here. Ooh, it stops. Bean test. Ooh, skirted the tires a bit there. And in second. All right, here's 60 miles an hour. A little bit of wind noise, not terrible though, but definitely not droney from the exhaust. Really nice cruiser. Headliner's in great condition. The visors aren't drooping in my face. The interior really looks like they just got it done or something. I mean, it looks really good. Dash is painted nicely. All the chrome up here looks newer. The way they integrated the vintage air controls onto the dash too, it's not super in your face, doesn't really look out of place. Very nice. All right, well, we're here at the Coupe building where we usually do flybys. Since I'm by myself, I obviously can't do that because I can't stand here and film at the same time that I drive this. But what I will do is I'm gonna flip this GoPro around to the outside, and I'm gonna pop the microphones on the rear bumper by the exhaust, so hopefully you can get the sweet exhaust note of this thing. Now I'm gonna drive on back to Fastlane. So thank you for watching. If you like this car or any of the other cars you see on our website, you can go to our website, www.fastlanecars.com. You can see all of the inventory there. You can also see pictures of this and every other car we have, interior, exterior, engine bay, the undercarriage of the car if you wanna see photos of that. You can also call at 636-940-9969 to get information on any of our cars, or email sales@fastlanecars.com. You can also do that as well if you don't feel like calling. But anyway, this has been awesome. I like this car a lot. Cruises beautifully. The 350 is awesome. 330 horse is plenty. You got nice brakes, modern air conditioning and heat, newer radio, which I didn't even get to try. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this car, make sure to contact us, and I'll see you in the next one.